Good morning students. Today I will explain you question answers and exercise of chapter 1. As you can see, first question is why do organisms need to take food, or why do organisms take food? As we know, food is the main source of energy. So we can write food provides energy for different life processes. Life processes means the reactions, the processes which are occurring in a body like excretion, digestion, respiration. So all these processes takes place with the help of energy which is given by the food. Secondly, every time some parts of the body are damaged, some cells are damaged, so to repair them we require the energy from the food. Similarly, we can fight against infections due to food, and it helps in the growth and maintenance of the body. Second is distinguish between a parasite and a saprotroph. Parasites are those organisms which feed on another living organism. The another living organism from which the parasite gets food and shelter is called a host. And saprotrophs are those organisms which decompose dead decaying organic matter and get the nutrition from this dead decaying organic matter. So basically we can learn that in parasite both the organisms are living, whereas in saprotroph one is living and another is non-living. In parasites you can give the example like Cuscuta, leech, you can give lice, and in case of saprotroph you can give the example of fungi. Even you can write bacteria in saprotroph. In third question, how would you test the presence of starch in leaves? As we know, whenever we do iodine test with starch, a bluish black color is observed. We will do the same in this answer. Firstly, you have to take a leaf from the plant and then you will boil this leaf in chlorophyll. Why we in alcohol? Why we are boiling this leaf in alcohol? Because alcohol remove all the chlorophyll from the leaf, and we know green color of the leaf is due to chlorophyll. So after boiling in alcohol, all chlorophyll is removed and the leaf becomes colorless. After that, when the leaf becomes colorless, we will put 2 to 3 drops of iodine solution on this leaf. If we observe bluish black color on the leaf, it means starch is present in the leaves. So in this way we can detect the presence of starch in leaves. In fourth question, give a brief description of the process of synthesis of food in green plants. Here you will make the diagram of photosynthesis as well as you will explain the process of photosynthesis. As we know, photosynthesis is the process of changing photonic energy into chemical energy. It means chlorophyll of the plants capture sunlight and plants take carbon dioxide from the air and water from the soil, and in the presence of chlorophyll and sunlight food is manufactured in the plants, and this process is called photosynthesis. In this process oxygen gas is released out. So you will explain this photosynthesis process in this answer. In question number 5, show with the help of a sketch that plants are the ultimate source of food. For this we know solar energy is captured by plants which are called producers. Plants are eaten by herbivore are eaten by carnivore, and all plants, herbivores and carnivores, are finally on death are decomposed by decomposers. So you will make a diagram of sun, and then you can make a sun arrow. Plants are consumed by some herbivore. You can make the diagram of any herbivore, like you have made the diagram of rabbit, and rabbit is eaten by some carnivore. So in this question you have to make a flow chart with the help of some diagram. Now fill in the blanks. Green plants are called dash since they synthesize their own food. Green plants are called autotrophs. There are two categories of animals, autotrophs and heterotrophs. Autotrophs can make their food themselves, whereas heterotrophs cannot make their food themselves. So in first fill up you will write autotrophs. Second is the food synthesized by plants is stored as starch. All the plants store extra food in the form of starch. In photosynthesis, solar energy is really absorbed by the pigment called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the only pigment on this earth which can capture the sunlight. We human beings cannot perform the process of photosynthesis because we are not having any chlorophyll. During photosynthesis, plants take in carbon dioxide and they release the oxygen gas. In question number 7, you have to tell name the following a parasitic plant with yellow slender and branched stem. Here you have to tell the name of the parasitic plant, that is you will write Cuscuta or Amarbeil. A plant that is partially autotrophic. Here you will tell whether it is partial autotroph, means it can make food as well as it takes other. So here you can write Pitcher plant, because Pitcher plant is photosynthetic but it eats the insects for its partial requirement, nutrient requirement. The pores through which leaves exchange gases, that is stomata. In question number 8, Cuscuta is an example of parasite. The plant which traps and feeds on insects is, as you can see, Pitcher plant. In 9th, you have to tell, you have to match the column. Chlorophyll, as we know, is present in leaf. Nitrogen is fixed. Here you firstly see all the options. As we know, chlorophyll is present in leaf. Nitrogen is fixed by rhizobium. Cuscuta is a parasite. Animals are the heterotrophs and insects are eaten by the Pitcher plant. So you will match like this. In question number 10, mark true, false. Carbon dioxide is released during photosynthesis. It is false. Oxygen is released during photosynthesis, not the carbon dioxide. Plants which synthesize their food are called saprotrophs. No, this is also wrong. Saprotrophs are those which take their food from dead decomposed organic matter. So second is also false. The product of photosynthesis is not a product. It is true, because the product of photosynthesis is a carbohydrate which is not a protein. Solar energy is converted into chemical energy during photosynthesis. It is also true, because solar energy is converted in the chemical energy in the form of food. In 11, 12, you have to choose the right option. Which part of the plant takes in carbon dioxide from the air for photosynthesis? As we know, stomata take the carbon dioxide and they, through them, oxygen is released outside. So you will write this stomata. Now see next, choose the correct option from the following. Plants take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere mainly through their, here you have to you will mark leaves, because stomata are present in the leaves. In question number 13, why do farmers grow many fruits and vegetable crop inside large greenhouses? Students, you must have seen some plants grown under a greenhouse. Why they are grown under a greenhouse? Because these greenhouses provide favorable conditions for the growth of the plants. They provide favorable conditions like they give appropriate temperature, heat, light due to greenhouse effect, and the crops which grow inside these greenhouses, they are grown well, and it also protects the crops from heavy rainfall, wind, snowfall, birds, etc. So we should grow fruits and vegetable under greenhouses because it gives better yield. Thank you.